Before the pyramids became eternal, before gods ruled the sands of Egypt, there was a man, not a pharaoh, not a warrior, but a thinker. His name was Imhotep, and some say he was the first true genius in human history. He built monuments that defied time, healed the sick, and unlocked secrets so profound that, thousands of years later, he was worshipped as a god. This is his story, revived. Imagine Egypt around 2700 BCE. The world is young. The desert stretches endlessly. Kings are still mortal men, buried in simple mastabas, flat tombs made of mud brick. And then comes King Djoser, the ruler of Egypt's third dynasty, and his chief architect, Imhotep. Imhotep's mind saw what others could not. He looked at the sands and thought, what if we could reach the heavens? Under Imhotep's guidance, Djoser's tomb became something never seen before. The step pyramid of Saqqara, the very first pyramid ever built. It wasn't just a tomb, it was a revolution in architecture, transforming stone into a symbol of eternity. Using over 6 million tons of limestone, Imhotep designed a monument that would stand for 4,700 years, and still stands today. Historians believe this was the birth of the Pyramid Age, a legacy that would inspire the Great Pyramids of Giza centuries later. But Imhotep's brilliance didn't stop with stone. He was also Egypt's first physician, and possibly the first doctor in recorded history. Ancient texts call him the Great Healer. He studied the human body, cataloged diseases, and prescribed natural treatments. Long before Hippocrates or Galen, the Edwin Smith Papyrus, a medical text from around 1600 BCE, is believed to be based on his teachings. It describes surgeries, fractures, and even brain injuries, written with the calm logic of science, not superstition. Imhotep was not just an architect or doctor. He was also a high priest, an astronomer, and a philosopher. He served as vizier, the right hand of Pharaoh Djoser. His wisdom was legendary, so vast that later generations called him Son of Ptah, the god of creation. Imagine one man mastering medicine, engineering, astronomy, and theology, in a time when most of the world still struggled with survival. That was Imhotep. After his death, Imhotep's legend only grew. Within a few centuries, Egyptians began worshiping him as a god, first as a demigod of healing, and later as a full deity. Temples were built in his honor. Pilgrims came to leave offerings for healing and wisdom. By the time of the New Kingdom, Imhotep was known as the god of medicine and knowledge, the Egyptian counterpart to the Greek Asclepius. The Greeks, in fact, merged his name into their pantheon, recognizing him as the first scientist in human history. Centuries later, when the Library of Alexandria flourished, scholars still mentioned Imhotep's name. He was seen as a symbol of pure human intellect, a bridge between the mortal and the divine. And though Hollywood turned him into a villain, the undead sorcerer in The Mummy, the real Imhotep was something far greater, a man who rose from mortal origins to touch eternity. Even today, archaeologists and historians still ask, how did Imhotep achieve so much in a time with so little technology? Some theorists whisper about lost knowledge, perhaps wisdom passed down from an earlier civilization. Others suggest that Imhotep's understanding of mathematics and astronomy was centuries ahead of its time. Could he have had access to something we've long forgotten? A science now buried under the sands? The pyramid texts call him the one who came from the stars. Was that just a poetic title, or something more? Whether human, genius, or God, Imhotep's message is clear. Knowledge is the path to immortality. Through his work, he transcended death, not as a pharaoh, but as a man of thought. The step pyramid still rises above Saqqara, whispering his legacy across millennia. So next time you see a pyramid, remember, it all began with one man's mind, a thinker who dreamed of eternity and built it. This was Imhotep, revived, a mortal who became a god, and a genius who still defies time itself. Want to see more historical legends reborn with modern AI? Subscribe and join us as we bring the past back to life. Who should we revive next? Let us know in the comments.